Hello there, Capricorn. Welcome to Diamond Dragon Lady or Dragon Tail Tarot, whichever channel you are watching this from. My name is Ariel, and we are going to be doing a 2025 overview reading for our Capricorns out there. This is going to be a 12 card, 24 card spread where we do 12 cards. We're going to clarify each one, and each 2-card layout will be for each month of the year. So I hope you guys are doing good. It has been quite a while since I've posted anything new to this channel. I used to post really regularly, and I've just had to take a long break. I'm not sure if I will be back doing these regularly as I used to, but I really wanted to get in here and do some 2025 readings. So let's go ahead and see what we have got, Capricorn. This is definitely an exciting time ahead for the goats because we have that major transition of Pluto having left your sign finally after almost a 16-year cycle. So this really helps you to start the new year, new cycles, without that heavy, intense energy of Pluto in your sign, finally for the first time in 16 years. So let's see what we have. We're going to start with one main keyword for Capricorn's 2025. Spirit, let's see what we have for our beautiful goats out there. And we have pleasure. So Capricorn, that's a great key word for 2025. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the relaxation card. This is definitely a year where I really think you're going to be enjoying the energy a whole lot more on that personal level for sure, because it has been intense, it has been rough, it has been so many lessons, so many transformations, so many things coming full circle, big endings, maybe even a few new beginnings, but mostly I would say 2024 was still wrapping up quite a lot of intense energy, especially if you were a later Capricorn born, you know, in the later part, especially that last 10 days, you know, from like January 10th through the 19th, you know, that would have been much more intense than for the December Capricorns because Pluto would have been sitting much closer to your sun sign in transit. So this is a year where you're definitely embracing pleasure, enjoyment, relaxation, finally being able to rest and just take a breath after all of the lessons, all of the transformations. And I would absolutely say, Capricorn, whenever something comes up, if you feel stressed, if it's making you, you know, lose your joy or lose, you know, your relaxed state of mind, that's definitely the thing you should move away from because this reading so far is encouraging you to pursue true enjoyment, true bliss, and yes, to stay in a relaxed state of mind and being. Let's get a numerology card for you, Capricorn, and see what's coming up for you there. And we have perseverance. So number 4, really great energy, especially for establishing yourself, Capricorn. And I would say that this definitely comes across in the area of like not giving up. I think, of course, you're still a goat, and perseverance might as well be Capricorn's middle name because goats just don't quit. But I think it's going to be a lot more enjoyable this year. I think that you're going to have a lot more fun pursuing what you want to do. But if there's something that you really have on your mind that you want to get done this year, don't give it up, right? Even if it's slow progress, that's fine, you know, just as long as you don't give up on your dreams, give up on something that's going to bring you true joy, and of course, contribute to a more relaxed life in the long run. On the bottom of the deck, we had the domestic harmony card. So you've got a lot of 4s here. You got 4 and 4. To me, 4s are numbers of the home, you know, number 4s in the tarot, you know, really signify stability, and it's good to be stable as long as you don't get stuck in a rut. That's kind of the thing you want to guard against with a number 4. But with the domestic harmony, you could be either, you know, moving or moving in with someone or sharing your space with someone, and it's a very harmonious situation in your living space. So that is also a very positive card to bring into your read, Capricorn. Let's go ahead and get into our tarot. And like I said, this is going to be a card for each month. We will clarify this. So we're going to have 24 cards in total on this, but we're going to start from January of 2025 and go all the way through to December to give you just an overview of what each month of your year is going to be looking like. All right, Capricorn. I'm just going to go ahead and lay these out and then we will... Wow, there's a lot of movement starting your year with 2 knights coming in. And in that 4th month, look at that 2 of Cups. I'm saying there's definitely some relationship or domestic harmony going on in that 4th month. It's really coordinated there. And this is going to be out of view of the camera, but that's okay, because I will show you each one as we go through them. I probably needed to set this for a wider, wider lens, but that's all right. So Capricorn, January, we have the Knight of Wands. So I feel like this is a big start to the new year. There's a lot of action, a lot of activity. It's a fire energy, Sagittarius energy. You might be planning a trip somewhere. You might be going somewhere or doing something, having a little bit of an adventure. If you're into education or studying or schooling, you might be either going back to school or studying something that you want to use, add to your skill set for the new year. But definitely a fiery, bold beginning to the new year. Something's moving, something's shaking. And look at that with the 7 of Pentacles. For some of you, it's definitely looking at where you want to go, what you want to study, what do you want to grow. You might also be looking at some of your work, Capricorn, and saying, am I getting what I want out of it? Because the 7 of Pentacles often asks the question, am I getting what I want out of my current job or current work? And if I'm not, what do I need to adjust? What do I need to learn? Where do I need to go? That would be all questions for the Knight of Pentacles. So very, very nice beginning. February, our Valentine's Day month, we have the Knight of Cups. So to me, this is definitely some love energy, offering that cup of love or having someone offer it to you. You could be making some moves when it comes to romance or the matters of the heart in the month of February. Let's clarify this one here for you. And we have the Magician. So definitely maybe some magic connections. And even if it's not romance, Capricorn, I feel like the connections that you do make and the journeys that you do take in February are for things that you really love, things that you really feel your soul is pulling you towards. And it could have a lot to do with these new beginnings, because the Magician is that magic. It is that initiator. And it's also telling you that whatever your heart desires, you have the magic to make it happen. You're not relying on anybody else's outside energy or information. Like, you have everything you need within already going into that month. The month of March is Pisces season. So interestingly, we have the Hanged Man, which is a Pisces card. It is ruled by Neptune, the ruler of Pisces. So it does have a little bit of the elements of Pisces to it. Spirituality, a little bit of confusion, spiritual enlightenment for sure. So when you have the Hanged Man, this could say, things are not here nor there. You're having to see things from a different perspective. You may be going through a few trials to get to that place of spiritual enlightenment and wisdom. So let things shake out. Let anything shake out that you no longer need or no longer serves you, Capricorn, because your spiritual enlightenment and awareness is really right around the corner when you pull the Hanged Man. And it's kind of perfect for that Pisces vibe, for that Pisces mood, because it is a time of release. It's time to release materialistic situations or things and embrace true spiritual wisdom. Let's get a clarifier on that. And we have the Page of Cups. So Capricorn, anything that's coming through for you spiritually, like, through your dreams or through just, your own perception, your own intuition, really listen to that, because with the Page of Cups, to me, that can often be spiritual or romantic messages coming through for you. There is a lot of potential, Capricorn, not that this is necessarily a love reading, but with the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups right in the beginning here of the year, I do feel like there is some kind of potential romantic conversations going on with you. If that's not the case, then it's definitely spiritual conversations. It could also be a spiritually based partner, somebody that, you really have a heart-to-heart connection with. In the month of April, we have our Two of Cups, and that is our 4th month. It's Aries season. This could be the new beginning of a relationship. It could be the deepening of an existing one. But when I pulled those cards for you, got the 4, the 46, the domestic harmony, the perseverance. I feel like this could be a relationship that you're really glad that you persevered with, even if it was a little tough at first. Like, you'll be really glad by April that you stuck with it, because this is a very heart-based, very healing kind of connection, and you do have a good potential for domestic harmony. This could also say that you're really attracting somebody that's willing to not give up on you either, right? It's like these are two people that are not going to give up on each other. So I really like the vibration that comes from that. And look at that Wheel of Fortune. This is a relationship that opens up your perspective, opens up your worldview, helps you see things from a bigger picture. You could be getting in a relationship with either a Sagittarius, because this is a Jupiter-ruled card. You could also see one of the fixed signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and of course the Two of Cups is a Cancer-ruled card. So you've definitely got about 6 signs there in the mix that this could be, a little bit stronger, but really it could be anyone, because keep in mind, these are always general readings. They're not going to apply, exactly to everyone out there. So month of May, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is beautiful, Capricorn. I feel like that May energy, that Taurus season, it's excellent for your vibe because it is a fellow earth sign, and this could be the month that brings through a lot more financial abundance or prosperity, especially if you have been persevering and working really hard at something to get it to pay off. This could be when the hand of spirit's really coming through and bringing the reward. And on top of that, look at that, Capricorn, 10 of Pentacles for that month of May. This could be like one of the best money months of the year for sure. And even if you're saying, yeah, I haven't started my business yet, so maybe that's not possible, but this could also be the month that's really good to plant your seeds of intention. If you're starting a business, opening a shop, whatever that is, this is an excellent month, either for reaping the rewards or for setting the intentions and really planting great seeds that will be, coming up later on. So let's get into June. June is our Gemini season, and the High Priestess is your card of the month. This to me is also a very spiritual, lunar-based card, very intuitive. So in the month of June, combined with the communication energy of Gemini, you might be really feeling yet again a lot of spiritual, intuitive messages flowing to you from the universe. You already have a lot of that going on in the month of March. Then again, in the month of June, it looks like you've got a very spiritual communication month as well ahead. It might also be a month where you just kind of want to stick to yourself a little bit more, seek your own counsel. You may not be wanting to share just everything with everyone. You may be very selective about who you tell your news or your secrets to. And we have the Nine of Wands. So you may need some rest as well, Capricorn. I mean, May looks like it's going to be a really busy month for you. So June is looking more like rest, relax, tune into yourself, listen to what you need. Don't feel bad if you need to take a little break or take a little more rest that month. You're still strong, but you need some rest. And there may be some big things you're trying to wrap up, which flows right into July, because July we're going from the Nine of Wands in June, clarifying to the 10 of Wands for your card of July. So Cancer season is the midpoint for Capricorn. That's the sign that sits opposite you. So this is a month where you're wrapping up a lot of maybe burdensome cycles, difficult struggles. Maybe you're even leaving a job, right? I almost get an energy where you're building something new here, Capricorn, for some of you. And what that might require is it's like if you had a second or even third job, which wouldn't be surprising with a goat, that you might actually be, tying up some loose ends and leaving something behind or dialing it way, way back. So let's see what clarifies our Ten of Wands here. Yeah, it's actually quite an interesting path. Absolutely. Look at that Death card. Big transformation, Scorpio energy. So you absolutely will be tying up some kind of either work situation, personal situation. It will be changing. And I think it will be changing for the better here, Capricorn, because as we move into August, into Leo season, look at that. 9, 10, number 1, Ace of Wands coming out. So big, bold, new, passionate, fiery beginnings. There's a lot of fire this year. I wouldn't say it's like overwhelming, but there is quite a bit, which is great because it gives you a lot of firepower, gives you enthusiasm, gives you a kind of excitement, Capricorn, that I feel like maybe you haven't had for a while. And for some of you, this isn't going to hit till, like summer, later summer, early autumn, is what I'm feeling very strongly here. But the setup is, happening all through the year. Yeah, and look at that, because you've put in a lot of effort, a lot of energy. Here's our Three of Wands, clarifying that Ace of Wands. So you're waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for a return on your investment. So there's a really nice balance here in that month of August where you're taking a lot of action here with the Ace of Wands, but you're also waiting for the things that you've worked on to come to completion as well. So it's a really nice vibration where it's like there's new beginnings, but there's also previous investments that you're looking to as well. Going into the month of September, couldn't be a more perfect card for it because the Virgo card, Virgo season, Hermit card is our Virgo card, so this matches up the energy perfectly. I do think that you will be working on your own stuff quite a bit this month. You might be really looking to get organized because Virgo is definitely a card and an energy of organization. So pay attention to, kind of like with the High Priestess in that month of June. Listen to your own intuition, seek your own counsel, shine your light of truth, and follow what is truthful and authentic to you, because that Hermit, he listens to his inner voice, he follows the star, the guidance in that lantern. So it's very important for you to listen to your own voice. Here, of course, we can't get away from these fire energies here, Capricorn. The King of Wands is here. And to me, the King of Wands is some strong Aries energy, strong Leo energy. He goes for what he wants. He knows he's protected from risk and adversity. He knows that he can manage it even if he goes through a challenge or a trial, right? So he's not very afraid. This is very courageous energy from the King of Wands. Kind of a minor arcana emperor, is very much the King of Wands. It has that same kind of energy, that determination yet again. So I feel like whatever it is that you're going for, you're very strong about it, very passionate, very fiery over it. Going into the month of October could also be a really beautiful time for abundance and flourishing because we have our Empress card here. She is aligned with Taurus and Libra energy. Part of the month of October, of course, is very strong Libra energy. And I feel like this also calls back to your month of May, another Venus-ruled sign with Taurus energy. Then we've got Libra energy here. And I feel like, May and October look very nice for prosperity and abundance. Let's get a clarifier with that Empress card here, Capricorn. Yes, and it comes in fast, yes. With the Eight of Wands, we have quick energy, lucky turns of events. Sometimes it's one of those cards that says you've got so many good things happening, it's almost overwhelming. So my two favorite months so far of this month for like abundance and success, especially with money or business, are going to be May and October. Those look really fabulous. My favorite love month so far, Definitely April. That one looks really fantastic, and it may set quite a tone for the rest of the year. Going into the month of November, we do have the Eight of Swords. To me, that's one of the most challenging cards in this reading so far. So November may be a time when you really have to break through old self-limiting beliefs. This is telling you that the only trap is the trap of your mind. If you have worries, anxieties, this is something that has to be changed within your own mind. Nobody can do it for you. It's time to set yourself even more free, Capricorn, because if you have those self-limiting beliefs or doubts, wondering if you're good enough, wondering if you've got what it takes to go the distance, all of that, it's time to set that aside. It's time to take the blindfold off and see clearly. Yeah, and it's a big one. There's something in that month of November, because it is coming up twice. So whenever you get the same card clarifying a card, you know that it's a big deal. There is definitely something that needs to be overcome in your own mind, something that you've got to work through, some old pattern or mental habit that needs to be healed and set aside, because you're the only one preventing yourself from going the next step, going to that higher distance that you want to go to. So lots of potential for healing in that month of November. It's a Scorpio month, so we're always called to do the deep dive during Scorpio season, and I think you absolutely will be doing that during that time. Going into the last month of 2025, we have December here, and that is the Five of Wands. There could be a little tussle. There could be a little bit of friction, some sparks flying between you and someone else during that month. So let's get a clarifier and see what this little tug of war might be about. And it is Sagittarius season. You know, it's a fire energy. Five of Wands is a fire energy. So it could just be you and someone else's tempers flaring. You know, maybe you're even working on like a group project and people's egos are coming out in the mix, and you've really got to do a lot of moderating. Let's see what we got. Yeah, with the King of Cups here, I think that your emotional maturity will help kind of win the day. King of Cups is my Cancer king, and he's definitely all about the emotional waves, but he maintains his balance throughout those emotional seasons, you know, because he does have emotional maturity and depth. And I think you will be called upon to use your emotional maturity to deal with maybe something that's a little feisty, a little tussly, but I think you've got what it takes to calm the waters and come through it just fine. So Capricorn, what a year. I think this is really looking nicely balanced. There's a lot of all the elements involved, but there was quite a lot of fire. A lot of wands came up. We had the Five of Wands, the Eight of Wands. We had the Nine, the 10, the Ace, the King. You know, we have a lot of fiery influence here. Oh, and the Three. Yeah, we got that one too. So there's quite a lot of fire. So I really like that energy, because even though it can be a touch dramatic, sometimes a little argumentative. Yeah, we also had the Knight of Wands. I'm looking again. I'm like, man, we do have a lot of wands here. It can be a little bit, you know, challenging in its own way, but the benefits outweigh the challenges in a lot of respects, because what I get from this is new life, right? Fire is new life. It's new energy. It's new enthusiasm. It's feeling like you have energy again. You have passion again. So that's a beautiful thing. This is a year of pleasure, enjoyment, relaxation, persevere towards your dreams. But don't let anyone unsettle you. That's really it. Like, that's how you know if something's for you, is if you have a good basic feeling around it. It brings you extra peace. It brings you extra joy. That's really the filter through which you take it. And even in that month of November, when we had the Eight of Swords come up twice, I really do feel that in a situation like that, if it's a circumstance or a relationship or a friendship, etc., that's stressing you out unduly, there is nothing wrong with walking away from something that's causing you more stress than it is worth. You know, usually with the Eight of Swords, it's just something within our own mind rather than something external to us that we're trying to work through. But in the case that it's something external, that is definitely not the wrong thing to do if you need to leave something in order to gain your peace of mind. Best months, like I said, for money, May and October look really fabulous. I wouldn't call this like a crash, boom, bang romance year, but you definitely have some romantic, very sweet cards coming in there that could indicate, a good relationship. And with that domestic harmony card, that's definitely possible as well. Overall, it's a really well balanced and an exciting year, Capricorn, because you're finally out from under that intensity of Pluto in your sign. So let's get a blessing card and wrap this up for you. Oh, and look at that. I like this one because I'm a Capricorn and I've been dealing with my own health stuff. So I love this. A blessing on your health. Also love that there's the dragon in there in this card. So for any of my Capricorns that have been going through any health concerns, any health issues, I think that you're going to be blessed. I think you're going to find the answers this year that you seek towards getting back on track or healing some things. I actually just had that circumstance for myself. Finally, this month, there were some things I was really concerned about, and I had tried to find answers for years and finally got some good tests done, and I finally got some answers that are already starting to help me a lot. So I think that sets the tone, Capricorn. I think your health will be blessed if you've been lacking in energy, if you'd been, feeling bad or something been going on. It's like you finally find the right doctor. You finally find the right person that gets to the bottom of it for you. And this can include mental health. If you had been dealing with depression or any kind of thing that's been heavy on your mind, this could be a very healing year where you finally get out from under something like that or help make it more manageable. That's very true. Like that November month, I keep coming back to that one because it's so intense for, working with your mind. So if you happen to be dealing with something, that's a mental health related issue, that could also be just like a super breakthrough month where you find either right counselor, the right medications, the right whatever works for you to help you start feeling so much better. What a great reading, Capricorn. I hope your 2025 is amazing, and I'll be talking to you soon. Take care.